What is up, dudes? Senior Grandpa, welcome back. Interesting video we have today. We have Gadyuka with us. Yeah, it's a bit late, but guess what? I've got this tank roughly 2 weeks ago, and I had no time to record or even to make a video about it. But today we're gonna talk about this tank Gadyuka, which was featured also on my channel a while ago, and I was really hyped out because this tank was one of the prototypes for the Terminator tank. We're gonna play 3 maps, 3 different styles. We're gonna see how this tank it is, how it's suitable to be to play with this tank, and hopefully guys you're gonna enjoy this, you're gonna like the video. Subscribe if you haven't done this yet. So let's get started. Object 787 tier 60D premium or Viper. This tank looks quite similar to some other MBT's battle chassis, but this tank is very interesting. You have some unguided rockets on the sides, and you have an autocannon. So it's not bad that you have 2 autocannon and 2 unguided rocket launchers. With this being said, this tank is gonna be quite powerful in the matches, but it might have some issues. So let's start with sustained damage. It does 32 damage on 300 millimeters penetration. That's based upon APDS, armor piercing discarding support, which it's not bad. 300 millimeters penetration and 32 damage, but I don't know how fast this barrel can hit up. It says 18k damage per minute. That's pretty good, you know. It's pretty insane. 2200 hit points. If you go ahead and try to do a selection and just use your 610 destroyers, one of the competitors for this tank, it might be Object 287 when it comes to protection and health. But this one, it's a different type of gameplay with him, and with 287 it's a different type of gameplay. Mobility 60 kilometers an hour, which is not bad, with an acceleration 0 to 32 kilometers an hour at 5.23. So this tank is quite you know, fast, pretty mobile. It says 22% camo overall. Well, this is interesting because some tank destroyers don't have this. They roughly have 10, 15, 35, 30, or I don't know. And targeting says -8 degrees gun depression and plus 60 degrees gun elevation. Let's go to some upgrades and see if we have to upgrade this tank. It says we have hit points increased by 300 for the Spaliner, for a different type of unguided rocket, which this one does 50 millimeters penetration, 320 damage, non-pen 110. And improved fire control system, aiming time reduced by 20%. This makes me think about some other stuff, because this tank's accuracy is 0.112, which it is a lot. The lower the number here, the better. And when you have over 90, that's bad. But this is a tier 6, so don't expect to be, I don't know, like some Draco or other tanks like automatic precise tank destroyers. No, this is, you know, in the beginning of the time of the Terminator. We're gonna go ahead and try to make this tank look fine, and we're gonna prepare him for the fight. I've added the Halloween skin because now it's Halloween, roughly in it or after, whatever. But I've added this one, some decals, and I've added some repair kits, a few repair kit, an experimental one. So we're gonna go ahead and play in the first match. So we are on Stormy Winter. We have 2 Stingrays and 2 Merkavas. This is like someone speak between them and decided to make some same gameplay with the same tank. Let's go ahead and see. So traverse speed, it is pretty fine. Aiming time, fairly fine. Seems legit. You know, it's not bad. Not bad. We're gonna try the ATGMs also. Finally, a dead tank. Another one. 3k, 1.6 damage, not penetrated. So that was, you know, like a 60-40 now. It says APDS 300 mil penetration, high explosive 48, 17, 20 damage. Oh, I'm starting to like in this because another tank in this game has the same ATGM launcher. Oh, that's not great, gotta admit. Because you have two weapons, one on the left, one on the right. So when you want to aim a target, you have to be sort of exposed, you know, in order to. So this guy has to fall back. See, I'm not able to hit tanks, whatever I'm looking at. Quite, gotta change position. Reloading time on the ATGMs is fairly decent at tier 6, so we're gonna improve that one. Accuracy of these are not so well. They're freaking all over the place. It's like, I don't know, man. It's try horrendous. It's terrible, even with the machine gun. Man, that's oh shit. That's not great, guys. It's not great. It isn't. Let's switch to some of these. Hopefully, I'm aiming and I'm shooting. So this tank, you have to stay far away from any building or buildings or walls or some stuff like this, because this tank cannot. It's, yeah, imprecise, hard to play with. Gotta admit this. It holds to Ramka 99 at tier 7 fragile, but this doesn't make me, you know, like enjoying more. Let's press Q and get the ammo back, the AP, because I need to kill this thing. Amazing, I cannot penetrate him. Positioning of the weapons are not the best. Let's hope we can upgrade some stuff, add some retrofits, and hopefully this tank can make a change. I'm gonna change the commander also, and if I upgraded some of the crew members, I might also give them a skill or perk, something like this. So we can unlock Spa Leaner, not bad, the rockets and the improved FCS. But aiming time has been improved from 2 seconds on, is 174 now. It's not bad, but we'll still have to add some retrofits. So I've added 3 retrofits. I've added Yonisana on my own skill made. Augmented Optics V2 visual range plus 35, a targeting system, minus 5 in large aim circle, plus 5 aiming speed, and improved gun breach V2 rate of fire plus 12.5. And now the tank may, you know, may reload faster. So we will also change the rockets. We're gonna remove some stuff here because we don't need so many stuffs. Let's add something for the crew members and prepare for the second match. So we are on Desert Fox. We have a BMP3, a Sabre. We have a Love 600 and an SPG M109, which I haven't seen players playing in this vehicle, but it's amazing that some of you play this line of SPGs in this game. Let's see what we can do in this match. Hopefully we can get a blue star. I have no idea. So this time I forgot to mention we play a bit aggressive despite the previous one. Noticing is if you're close to the target, no pen. If you're far away from the target, depends by how it sits. It's very different from the other tanks, let's say Gepard or other ones that have double barrels. So you sort of need to hold the line. You can see how precise it is. It isn't precise. It's horrible. So the only good thing about it, if you see a tank that is sitting sideways, it's dead. If it sits frontally, you might be dead. Ten kills, 13k damage, 6k blocked, 6k no pen. It was close. Yeah, the BMP3, if you sit and compare with this tank, yeah. Until I aim. 12 kills, and I've got like, what, 5 steals? $11k blocked. Let's see the smoke. The smoke is frontally for the first time. Fifteen kills. Oh, turret is blocked. Well, this tank, it is pissing me off now. So 65 meters away from the target is perfect. Again, the turret is jammed and I'm dead. So what I learned from this second match seems like this tank, it's good to play aggressive, but not in a close combat, but in a like support position, second line, because of the unguided rockets and of the autocannon that, you know, it's not frontally positioned, it's on the side of the turret. And that makes it also the tank a bit vulnerable because in some areas of the turret, it's no protection. There are some areas where bad stuff can happen to the tank itself. And if he uses the 105 PFSTS or HIP, can be easily penetrated sideways, yeah. Let's give it a try for the next match. So we are on Desert Path, we have a Merkava to be a T80B a Big Lead Sponsor 57 and a Leopard 105. This map requires strong tanks we have, but it depends on the player. Shit, he being blown up instantly. Holy shit, that tank been flying up. Like, what the heck? That was like a... My gosh, it's a pretty tough tank, man. It's a pretty tough tank, I have to admit. But he's been blown up. So let's have an eye. Still is a vehicle alive. And if there's a vehicle alive, you still cannot get him there. I had to type them, we have to kill him fast or we lose. We have 48 seconds. Finally, man. Never, guys, never stop on the bridge, even if it's a tier 10 match. Never ever stop on the bridge. Keep moving forward. Just click right on the target, shoot if you can shoot, and never stop. Do not stop. You block others, and if the base is being captured, you're not gonna be able to reset it on time. Sometimes the capture is like freaking fast. Shit. I got 3 shots from VFM Stingray NT64 plus Palmaria, and that's why. But plenty of tanks. Again, man, freaking again that SPG. Shit, 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 shit. This was the third match and the last one. And as you guys know, some of you may know, it comes the rating of the tank, as I've done this for a while now. Well, we didn't manage the second blue star, but whatever. Gadyuka, a tank at tier 6 from the Eclipse battle path. A tank that needs to be earned by purchasing parts. So once you have 100 parts, you're gonna get this tank if you just click on assemble. Let's go first with details. The details are on point on this tank, even though there's some areas where I really wished we had some more details, but it's pretty fine. I would say it's very fine. Let's start with pros. Has decent protection for a tier 6 TD. Very decent protection. Is basically an MBT chassis with a modified turret, and added some protection on the sides of the weapons also. When it comes to the weapons, they're pretty powerful. You can do a lot of damage, as it says here, sustain damage, because sometimes this damage per minute is not always 100% true. So this tank, it is true. You can do a lot of damage. Only the problem is to have the targets with the sides towards you or with the rear towards you. Ain't so much, pretty mobile, you know. Cons, yeah, the weapon system, it is horrible. Not what I was expecting. So the best way or distance seems like it is between 50 and 100 meters. What is below of 50 meters, it is hard to kill a tank because there is no gun depression. Even though it says -8, it's -8 for the chassis and the turret itself, but it doesn't go like in lower plates. As you saw on the first match, I was trying to basically penetrate the lower plate of Ramka, and I wasn't able. Also, the rockets being unguided, they're quite fine in some situations. If the tank, enemy tank, is with the rear towards you or with the sides. Let's give it a rating of, based on everything that I said on cons and pros, a 6 because of the weapon system. Not because of the tank itself, protection and so on, because the tank destroyer doesn't need so much protection. It needs a good setup. It's very hard to play with. It's not for every, I don't know, player. It can be even a skilled one playing with this tank for the first time, and I'm sure that he will play very aggressive in the beginning, and he will notice that, man, this tank, you cannot kill tanks frontally. You cannot flank them as you do with BMPT, Terminator 2000, 3000, whatever. It's different type of a gameplay in this tank. Well, dudes, tell me in the comment section if you have Gadyuka, if you managed to get it, how it is from the beginning if you play with this tank. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and see you next time in the next video.